All right, so Ezra Miller, the star of The Flash, hit a nerve last week with the folks in Hilo, Hawaii, on the Big Island. He was at a bar. People were singing karaoke. Apparently, they don't like karaoke. And so Ezra went up to those people and got in their face and was yelling at people. So the people in the bar asked him to leave, and he wasn't so wanting to leave. And so when they asked Ezra to leave, they said no. And when they asked Ezra to leave again, they again said no. And they threw him out of the bar. And the cops were called, and Ezra essentially ran from the cops. They did not listen to commands when the cops said stop. When the cops said put your hands behind your back, they did not do that. And then when the cops finally caught up to Ezra, who is the star of The Flash, he did what Jake hates that people do. And unfortunately for Ezra, they were caught on tape talking about his penis and his amendment rights.
Unlawfully persecuted for a crime of no designation, disorderly conduct being something I am unguilty of. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights to not be searched and seized on no probable cause that you will not be able to offer in a court of law. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights to not be searched and seized. Please do not touch my ring.
Yes, they come off.
Okay.
You'll get it right after.
My Fourth Amendment rights
sir,
to
it's
not
gonna be
have
right
search
here,
and
okay?
seizure
We're just letting you know it's gonna be right here.
unlawfully without probable cause. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights to not be unlawful. Hey, you just touched my penis. Please don't do that.
No, I didn't.
I'm not transgender, non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man.
Oh.
I'm transgender, non-binary, and I don't want to be searched by a man. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights. These are Nerf guns, just in case you worry that they're bullets. Those are Nerf bullets.
Thank you for letting
They
me
are fake and they are a toy.
Oh,
Bro.
that is Ezra Miller, star of The Flash. Now, before we get to the cops, here's the thing. They are the star of The Flash. All you have to do is not be a jerk. That's all you have to do. Don't go to the bar. Don't do drugs. Don't get drunk. Whatever this was, because you can't tell me this is normal behavior. All they had to do was stay out of trouble. That's all they had to do. And they couldn't do it.
You're in Hilo. You can't just have a nice time? Like, how hard is that? You're in Hawaii. Like, you can't... Like, I could kind of almost understand if, like, you were in your hometown or...
No.
Like, it's...
They are the Flash. And, by the way, it's important to understand. As he said there, he's non-binary, he's transgender, and his preferred pronoun is they or their. Okay, so whether you agree with it or not, it is what it is, right? So they're the star of The Flash. You're worth tens of millions of dollars. And all you have to do is stay out of trouble. That's all you have to do. And they couldn't do that. And now, listen, you just finished filming a feature movie where you're the star of a DC comic film. That means set for life. All they had to do was stay out of trouble just until the movie came out. Then if you want to go piss off the cops and stuff, knock yourself out. Do that. People, like, go get it. But just let the movie come out, because then you're set for life. This is your fourth movie as the Flash.
Yeah.
And you gave that all away. This is Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel not being able to get along with The Rock, on the family movie, Fast and the Furious. Did you guys hear about this? Vin Diesel, who has made tens of millions of dollars, over $150 million, Vin Diesel, on Fast and the Furious. The Rock quit Fast and the Furious because Vin Diesel is that level of asshole. Now the director of cinematography has quit the Fast and the Furious because Vin Diesel is that level of asshole, allegedly.
Yeah.
So then you're Ezra Miller, and all you have is the Flash. Because frankly, nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the name Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Until now. And so now they've delayed the release of the Flash, and they're talking about taking them out of the Flash and reshooting it so that they are not in the Flash. Say goodbye to your money, dude. Like that's amazing to me. And then we get into the police thing. Do you have more audio you want to play?
Not of Ezra.
Okay.
No.
So then we get into the police thing. And I don't actually care what you choose to do when you interact with the cops, but you have to be respectful.
But no one's going to disrespect me.
Right? You have to be respectful. My advice to everybody who interacts with the police, because one of the things that bothers me so much about the cops is that the cops are trained to lie to you and trick you in order to capture evidence.
Yeah.
Because they need probable cause or consent to search your vehicle. So, and I have been in my career, just so you're aware, not to tell you who I've been, I'm a big deal, but I've done ride-alongs with gang units. I've done a lot of cop stories. Like, I've done a lot of police work. I've been in cars with cops who have schemed to pull somebody over and find probable cause to arrest them just because of the car they were driving in the neighborhood they were in. So what I always say is, if the cops pull you over, let's say speeding, the cop walks up to your car and says to you, hey, do you know how fast you were going? The correct answer isn't, no, officer, I was unaware. The correct answer is, hello, officer. No, I'm not going to talk about my day or make small talk. Am I being detained or am I free to go? That's what you say to the cops. And when they say, well, where are you going? I'm not going to talk about my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Do not answer their questions. Hey, can I search your vehicle? The answer is no. I am not talking about my day. Are you detaining me or am I free to go?
How about that?
That's it. And when they say, well, you're being detained because I'm writing you a ticket. Okay, thank you very much. And then when they say, hey, can I have your license and registration? Sure, here you go. And that's it. Hey, where were you headed? I'm not talking about my day. Hey, where'd you come from? I'm not talking about my day. And then when they say, well, hey, you need to answer my questions, I don't. And I don't know how many people realize this with your Fifth Amendment rights, your rights not to incriminate yourself. You actually have to say, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right. I'm not talking about my day. I'm not telling you where I came from or where I'm going. It's none of your business. And be polite, be respectful. Hey, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I'm not talking about my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? That's it. Because it's stuff like this that you hear from people like Ezra Miller. This is why we have the issues we have with the cops. Mm-hmm. And it's stuff where you hear about, the cops' illegal search and seizure. That's why he's claiming that.
Unlawful. Hey, you just touched my penis. Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't touch his penis.
I'm not transgender, non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man.
Right? He's practiced that. He's been coached on that. Because there's so many issues with the cops.
Yeah.
But I cannot stand watching all of these videos of these people who go out and intentionally interact with the cops just to get them to do something wrong.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I think there's it's all over TikTok and social media, and I just don't enjoy the videos. I don't enjoy that whole interaction. It's just not necessary. And I understand, hey, rights and there's a certain relationship you have to have with the police. And really, I'm not afraid to say it depends on your skin color too, right? I mean, it depends on, are you white? Are you black? Are you Hispanic? Like, who are you? Because based on that, unfortunately, in our country, you're going to be treated differently when you're pulled over. That's just a fact. We know that.
And you better be ready. Because it's going to happen. All of us are going to get speeding tickets. All of us are going to get traffic stops, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, if you are Black, Latino, Asian, if you are, and it's sad to say it in this country, white privilege is a real thing. I will never have to deal with the shit that black people and brown people have to deal with.
That's just true.
I will never have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But if I get pulled over, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what color your skin is. Do not engage with the cops. Answer their questions with I'm not talking about my day. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. Am I being detained or am I free to go? And if they say you're being detained because I'm writing you a ticket, okay, great. Here's my license and my proof of insurance.
Yeah.
That's it. Because anything else, you're putting yourself in a jackpot, man. And do it respectfully. This is the other thing that I think we need to realize and recognize right now is just like these cops in Hilo, Hawaii. This is a very difficult job.
Yeah.
You're always being videotaped.
Facts.
You can't fart in public without being caught on a camera.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult job under exceptionally difficult circumstances. So don't be an asshole like I have been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I have not always been friendly when I've gotten pulled over. Freely admit that. But I've learned the hard way that you cannot argue with the police. So I've also learned the hard way that all you're asking for is trouble. And the number one thing that I would tell you is have that script ready to rock and roll. And I am not talking about my day. I am invoking my Fifth Amendment right. Am I being detained or am I free to go? I'm free to go? All right, sir, be safe. Have a great day. Thanks. And then drive away. And if he says you're being detained for XYZ, okay, great. Hey, can you roll the window down? I don't have to roll the window down. Here's my license. Crack the window and hand the guy your license if you don't feel safe. That's one of the biggest questions in public right now is, do I have to roll the window down when the cops tell me to? You don't. You do not. What you have to do is when they say you're being detained and I'm writing you a ticket, you got to give them your license and proof of insurance. When they tell you you're being detained for a traffic violation, I need your license and proof of insurance. Give it to them. Do not argue with them. Do not fight them. When they say, get out of the car, I'm arresting you, do not fight with them. Do not say anything. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I want an attorney. Done talking. That's it. All right, let's see. And Garcia says, Monty's correct on how to deal with the popo, except if you're anything but Caucasian. Then they could go horribly wrong real quick. I'm telling you right now, if you are not Caucasian, that script is going to save your life. And the other thing is how you choose to deal with it after you roll that script out is really important. If the cops say, hey, I want to search your vehicle, no, you cannot. I'm not giving you permission to search my vehicle. When they say I'm going to bring a drug dog, okay, cool. And when they say, hey, my drug dog alerted, okay, cool. Go with it because you're not going to fight it. If they say to you, and this is the thing that happens so often, people go too far. When they say to you, step out of the vehicle. Hey, am I being detained? Yes, you are. Okay, step out of the vehicle and let them put you in handcuffs. Do not fight them. Do not run from them. Let it play out.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you fight and you run from them? It only goes
nothing good for you.
It just adds charges to the list. So if you have drugs in the car, do not let them search. Never. If you don't, never give consent to search your vehicle. Never, ever give the cops consent to search your vehicle. They have to have probable cause. And they will talk to you. The thing is, and Garcia and everybody else that is listening to this, the thing that you don't understand is the cops are trained to use deceptive tactics to get you, without even your knowledge, to get you to give them probable cause and consent to search your vehicle. They are trained to do that. There's video out there of police academies teaching their officers the language to use to deceive the average person who has no idea. But that can't happen if you say to them, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I am not talking about my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? And stick with that. Well, hey, where are you going? Officer, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I am not talking about my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Well, do you know how fast you were going? As I've previously said, sir, I am not talking about my day. I am invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. And you have to say, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. You have to say that. You can't just not say it. Because, by the way, the other thing is a lot of people will just not talk. And they'll be like, well, it's my right to the Fifth Amendment not to say anything. I didn't have to talk. Well, actually, yeah, you do. You have to say to them, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. You have to use that language. Because if you don't use that language and you don't speak a word to them, you are not following their procedure. And their procedure is as soon as somebody says, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights, they have to stop asking you questions. And you have to invoke your right to an attorney. Hey, I want an attorney, lawyer. I want an attorney. If you're arrested, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I want an attorney. It's over. They cannot question you. They cannot ask you questions. The moment you invoke your Fifth Amendment rights and ask for an attorney, they have to, by law, stop asking you questions. And anything you say after that point is likely inadmissible, so shut your mouth. Stop talking. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment rights. I want an attorney. Great. Done. It's over. That's all you have to do. But so many people don't know that you actually have to say those words.
Yeah, because I think most people don't get pulled over a lot.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. I hope you don't.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger got away with rape because his lawyer told police no when they requested an interview with Ben. Correct. I would not disagree with that. Stop it, Ruff. Ruff's official says more Caucasian people have been killed by police than other.
Here we go.
Stop. Just stop. That's not what we're here for. Neville93 says, I'm learning. The Fifth Amendment is there to prevent self-incrimination if you are under arrest. It is not for you to refuse cops' casual conversation and be uncooperative. Correct. Do not be uncooperative. Do not battle the cops. But also do not talk about your day.
Yeah.
Do not, because there's nothing. What good comes out? Do you really think you're going to talk your way out of a ticket? Do you really think you're talking your way out of a ticket? You're not. You're getting a ticket. They make too much money on them. If they see you driving down a street, and this is probably the scenario that most brown-skinned people get in trouble with. They see you driving down a street, and cops know where drug houses are. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. They know who on any given street, the cops in that beat know where the drugs are. They know who's selling them, and they know where they're selling them. They just don't do anything about it because they don't have a reason to do anything about it. So if you're driving down that street, they've already got probable cause. They're just trying to get you to give them consent to search. Because the moment you say, yeah, sure, you can search my vehicle, it's over. You're going to jail. If you're on a known drug street or if you're on a street with a drug house and you're black or brown, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
You are. I mean, the chances of a cop searching your car and finding nothing are, whether you have anything in there or not, the chances of them finding nothing, what do you think those are? Slim and none.
Yeah.
They're pulling you over for a reason. And if it's a busted taillight, and please, if you're driving a load of drugs down the street, don't drive a load of drugs down the street. But also don't do it with a broken taillight. I cannot tell you how many times I've been on a ride along in one of the worst neighborhoods in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I mean, a known drug, gun, gang area. I was on a ride along with a drug and task force gang unit. We pulled a car over. I'll never forget it. It was an Oldsmobile, a brown gold tinted Oldsmobile with a broken taillight hanging off the car. And the guy had a trunk full of weed. By the way, we didn't arrest that guy, or the cops didn't arrest that guy that night. They got information from him and let him go.
That's how it works, man.
Don't run drugs with a fucking broken taillight, you idiot.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Anyway, I'm only here to help. I only give you the simple advice, right?
Yeah.
Let's change the subject. This one triggers me. And Garci says, they kept talking about defunding the police, but no one touched on reforming training departments.
Why do we have to go to defunding
Different
the
show.
police, dude?
Greg Hawkins says, the key moment you hear the words, you have the right to remain silent, you say absolutely nothing except I need a lawyer. Exactly right. You have the right to remain silent, and you need to say to them, you have the right to remain silent. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right. I'd like a lawyer, please. Done. Don't say another word.